On this hot summer day, we found an old picture of President Xi from 1992 here at the old summer retreat of Guling in Fuzhou. Some American families lived here more than a century ago, and their descendants have worked hard to learn the history made here.
Their stories have impressed President Xi. With American colleague, and we are to discover this story for ourselves.
Guling was known as Guliang in the local dialect, as Milton Gardner remembered all his life. The late American professor grew up in Guliang before his family moved back to the U.S. in 1911. Always dreaming of going back, Milton's last words were said to be, "Guliang, Guliang." With the help of an overseas Chinese student, Mrs. Gardner located Guliang through some faded stamps, which were among her husband's remembrances. The story would have stopped there if it were not for Xi Jinping, then secretary of the CPC Fuzhou Municipal Committee. She read the story in a newspaper and decided to invite Mrs. Gardner to her husband's childhood home.
It's the instinct of a great leader to see a small opportunity, but to have it be a display of friendship. It's the kind of gesture that's deeply meaningful.
I knew that he could understand what we're doing because he understood the Gardner family story right away, back in 1992.
More than 80 years after Mr. Gardner left China, his family were able to visit the place he held dear. She shared this personal story when he visited the U.S. as Chinese vice president in 2012.
I said to him, and you know what, Mr. Vice President, I just shook your hand. And I'm one of the very, very few people in Iowa who shook your hand, but also shook your father's hand when I escorted your father around Iowa in 1980. And he got a big smile, and he said, "You have two interesting
Mr.
stories."
Quinn recalled Xi's visit to Iowa, another witness to Xi's saying that friendship between the two countries lies in the friendship between their people.
Oma has been Sister Cities with Fuzhou since 1994, and so we do lots of different activities with them. We have MOUs with several schools and send students back and forth. We've had our dragon boat team come and participate in dragon boat races
Oh,
here.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, how did they do?
We lose every time, but it's fun.
Over the years, more American families have traced their roots to Guling, reuniting with old friends and seeing new friendships grow. This year, they planted trees together in a major reunion since COVID and were amazed to receive President Xi's letter.
They're huihua trees, so that they'll grow and flourish.
Mrs. McInnes has been working to help more friends of Guliang like herself to find their family roots.
They dedicated their lives to China and the Chinese people because they love them so much. And it wasn't because they had a better life here. They didn't have a better life here. They would have had a better life back in the U.S., but they had such a deep friendship with the people they worked with.
Like President Xi said in his letter, maintaining a win-win cooperation is a great way, not only about business to go about, but also about friendship.
Positive connections between nations really starts at the grassroots level. The stories of connections, friendship, and respect that we've heard here in Guling are just some of many. And many of these stories haven't been told yet. We look forward to hearing yours.